Imagine this. A single electric car charge that lets you drive 1,000 miles, and when you do need to recharge, just 5 minutes at the plug. Sounds like science fiction, right? Well, that's exactly the bombshell drop recently. A potential leap, so big it could rewrite the rules of the EV game. Today, we're diving into the jaw-dropping announcement. Toyota's new solid-state battery, backed by none other than CATL CEO himself. Buckle up, this is next gen, and it might just change everything. First, a little background. Solid-state batteries have long been heralded as the holy grail of EV energy storage. Unlike conventional lithium-ion packs, they replace the flammable liquid electrolyte with a solid material, offering major advantages: higher energy density, enhanced safety, and potentially faster charging. That's why they're the centerpiece of many automakers' roadmaps for the next decade. Toyota, in particular, has been extremely ambitious. The company has publicly outlined a goal to mass-produce solid-state batteries by 2027 or 2028. Policy and infrastructure moves. Governments and charging infrastructure companies may adapt too. Faster charging stations, new standards, and grid upgrades could all come into play. Whether the 1,000-mile/5-minute claim is fully accurate or a hyped-up projection, the conversation itself represents a major shift in how we think about EVs. Toyota's ambition, combined with the pressure from battery giants like CATL, has the potential to accelerate EV technology more than many expected. As we move forward, it becomes increasingly important to understand how transformational technologies like solid-state batteries reshape not just the automotive industry, but the wider ecosystem that surrounds it. Consider how profoundly our relationship with travel could change if vehicles routinely achieved ranges beyond 800 or even 1,000 miles on a single charge. Long-distance journeys will become more serene and uninterrupted, allowing drivers to plan trips with far greater confidence. Families could travel across entire regions without repeated charging stops. Businesses with transportation fleets would find new levels of operational flexibility, and the concept of range planning could fade into the background as reliability becomes a given. Charging times that approach the pace of conventional refueling would also encourage hesitant drivers to make the transition to electric mobility, reducing one of the final psychological barriers to widespread acceptance. Such technological progress also has potential to influence urban planning and public infrastructure in meaningful ways. If rapid charging becomes truly efficient and widespread, cities might rethink how charging stations are deployed. Public spaces, workplaces, and residential areas could integrate charging far more seamlessly into everyday life. This could lead to a new era of quiet, clean energy transportation, in which vehicles require shorter and less frequent interactions with the grid. Moreover, the reduced environmental impact associated with higher efficiency batteries may inspire more communities to embrace electrification as a central pillar of sustainability efforts. As battery lifespans grow longer and energy density increases, the conversation around recycling, reuse, and circular ecosystems will also evolve, creating opportunities for innovation in fields far beyond automotive design. At the industrial level, companies like Toyota and CATL may find themselves at the center of new partnerships and research collaborations. As battery chemistry becomes more sophisticated and performance thresholds continue to rise, corporations, universities, and research institutes across the globe could unite in pursuit of the next great leap. These collective efforts might lead to breakthroughs not only in solid-state technology, but in adjacent fields such as advanced materials, thermal management, renewable energy storage, and manufacturing automation. The progression towards safer, lighter, and more sustainable energy systems could help unlock new possibilities in aviation, maritime transport, robotics, and even everyday consumer electronics. In many ways, the advancements we are discussing today may become the foundational steps toward a broader evolution of global technology. Despite the optimism, it's also essential to recognize that progress in science and engineering often follows a steady, deliberate path rather than a sudden leap. While announcements and projections generate excitement, the real transformation occurs in laboratories, factories, and testing grounds where thousands of incremental improvements slowly refine a technology until it is ready for the world. Engineers must address challenges of stability, temperature performance, long-term durability, and economic viability. Policymakers must coordinate with energy providers to support future infrastructure demands. Consumers must develop trust in these new systems, which grows only through real-world performance and long-term reliability. All these layers work together, and each step forward represents a carefully measured blend of ambition, discovery, and patience. Nevertheless, the direction is unmistakable. Whether the journey takes 5 years or 10, the momentum behind next-generation battery technology is accelerating, and the industry is clearly moving toward a future defined by cleaner energy, smarter engineering, and more refined mobility experiences. As innovation continues to shape the landscape, it becomes increasingly clear that companies like Toyota and CATL are preparing for a world in which electric vehicles are not merely alternatives, but the natural standard. When ranges extend dramatically, charging becomes effortless, and battery systems become more resilient and efficient, the shift to electrification will feel less like a choice and more like a natural evolution. In the coming chapters of this story, we will explore how these emerging technologies influence global markets, transportation habits, and environmental goals. We will also follow the progress of solid-state solutions as they transition from laboratory prototypes to fully realized systems integrated into next-generation vehicles. This journey is just beginning, and each new announcement brings us closer to a future where mobility is more seamless, sustainable, and elegantly designed than ever before. As this technological journey unfolds, one of the most intriguing aspects is how consumers themselves will adapt to a world shaped by unprecedented advancements in battery performance. People have long associated long-distance travel with careful planning, fuel stops, and the occasional uncertainty of mechanical limitations. As next-generation batteries become more capable, these long-standing patterns may gently shift into something entirely new. Drivers may begin to view electric mobility not as an adjustment from traditional fuel-based habits, but as a more refined and peaceful form of travel. Vehicles equipped with solid-state or other high-density batteries could offer quieter interiors, smoother acceleration, fewer maintenance needs, and long periods between recharging. This consistency and ease may gradually reshape expectations, leading drivers to appreciate journeys in a way that feels both modern and reassuringly natural. In addition, the broader energy ecosystem could experience meaningful transformation. As batteries become more capable and efficient, they may play a larger role in stabilizing electrical grids and supporting renewable energy sources, such as wind and solar. Solid-state technologies and similar breakthroughs could eventually help homes store energy more effectively, balance consumption, and allow neighborhoods or communities to share excess power in harmonious and environmentally conscious ways. This integration between transportation and renewable energy invites a future in which vehicles are not only modes of travel, but also mobile extensions of clean energy networks. Over time, such connections could inspire new community structures, smarter cities, and more thoughtful approaches to environmental stewardship. Meanwhile, automotive design itself may undergo significant evolution. If manufacturers are no longer required to allocate large amounts of space to traditional battery packs or cooling systems, they may reimagine vehicle interiors, aerodynamics, and even the outer silhouettes of cars. Designers could experiment with lighter structures, more spacious cabins, and innovative shapes that blend elegance with efficiency. Interiors might become more comfortable, more connected, and more adaptable to individual lifestyles. This newfound freedom could encourage automakers to express creativity in ways that were not possible with older technologies. The shift toward advanced batteries is not only a technical milestone, but also an artistic opportunity that could redefine what people expect from the vehicles they own and the experiences they enjoy while traveling. At the same time, the global economy may be gently reshaped by these innovations. Emerging industries centered around clean energy storage, advanced materials, and smart manufacturing could create new opportunities for workers, engineers, and entrepreneurs across many regions. Nations that invest in research, development, and supportive infrastructure may find themselves becoming leaders in a growing and future-focused sector. Educational programs might expand to train a new generation of specialists in battery chemistry, sustainable engineering, and energy systems. The ripple effect of progress in battery technology extends far beyond the cars themselves. It touches employment, trade, environmental planning, and international collaboration, gradually building a more interconnected and forward-looking world economy. Yet through all this advancement, one constant remains: the importance of patience and collaboration. The path toward widespread adoption of solid-state batteries is one that requires careful refinement, thoughtful testing, and open exchange of ideas between scientists, engineers, corporations, and governments. No single organization can solve every challenge alone, and the most enduring advancements often emerge from partnerships built on mutual trust and shared vision. As Toyota, CATL, and other leaders continue their research, they contribute to a collective momentum that encourages others to push forward with their own innovations. In this way, progress becomes a shared endeavor, one that grows steadily from cooperation, dedication, and the belief that thoughtful innovation ultimately benefits everyone. With each new announcement, each laboratory breakthrough, and each prototype test in real-world conditions, we move closer to a moment when outstanding battery performance becomes a standard rather than an aspiration. What now seems ambitious or speculative may gradually become familiar and dependable. In time, society may look back at today's challenges and early achievements with appreciation for how far we have come. And as we follow this path toward more efficient, environmentally gentle, and elegantly engineered transportation, the future of mobility promises to be not just functional, but inspiring. As we bring this exploration to a close, it becomes clear that the story of Toyota, CATL, and the evolution of battery technology is about far more than numbers or headlines. It is a story of human curiosity, ambition, and a desire to create solutions that enhance everyday life while respecting the world around us. Each incremental improvement in energy storage, every prototype tested, and each collaboration across borders represents a step toward a future where mobility is seamless, reliable, and sustainable. The promise of longer ranges, faster charging, and safer batteries is not simply about convenience. It is about opening possibilities for journeys that were once out of reach, for cleaner cities, for smarter energy systems, and for a generation that will travel and live with greater freedom than ever before. In the end, the excitement lies not only in what has been announced today, but in what it represents for tomorrow. Even as challenges remain and innovation continues its careful pace, the trajectory is unmistakable. A world in which electric vehicles are not just an alternative, but a natural and inspiring choice. The vision of a 1,000-mile battery and 5-minute charging may be a glimpse into the near future, or it may serve as a beacon guiding the next decade of discovery. Either way, it symbolizes a turning point, an era in which ambition, ingenuity, and thoughtful engineering converge to redefine the way we move, the way we live, and the way we imagine what is possible. So, as we watch this technology continue to unfold, one thing is certain. The road ahead is bright, electrifying, and full of promise. And for those who are curious, patient, and attentive to innovation, the journey will be every bit as inspiring as the destination itself.